Malaysian militant believed among fighters killed in Marawi. A top Malaysian militant is believed to be among 13 Islamic State group-linked militants killed in fighting overnight in Marawi city in the southern Philippines, a military spokesman said Thursday, though his body hasn't been recovered yet. Sporadic fighting continued even after President Rodrigo Duterte visited the battle-scarred Islamic city on Tuesday and announced its liberation, sparking hopes that hundreds of thousands of residents could finally return home after being displaced for nearly 5 months by a bloody siege. Parts of the city are in ruins. Associated Press journalists who inspected the destruction of the city from Lake Marawi on the waterfront Thursday saw the skeletons of buildings with their walls charred and blasted out. The dome of a mosque bore a hole and a bullet-pocked minaret rose above the area. A day earlier, defense officials announced that 2 of the last leaders of the siege, Ismail Hapalan, who is one of the FBI's most wanted terror suspects, and Amar Kayamat, were killed in a gun battle. Military spokesman Major Gen. Restituto Padilla said Malaysian Mohammed bin Ahmed was believed among 13 militants killed overnight and another 7 in the morning, though officials were awaiting the recovery of his body to get confirmation. 6 soldiers were slightly injured in the fighting. 2 civilian hostages, a mother and her teenage daughter, were also rescued, Padilla said. The military is increasingly becoming confident that he, Mohammed, was among those who have been killed, but we are on the process of confirming this since the firefight is still ongoing, Padilla told the Associated Press. He said the information about Mohammed was based on what the rescued mother and daughter told the military. Mohammed, who uses Nam Dagare Abu Hanzala, is a close associate of Hapalan. Military officials said he had linked up Hapalan with the Islamic State group and provided funding to bankroll the siege of Marawi. Padilla said troops discovered that there may be more militant fighters remaining in a small battle area than earlier estimated. Marawi, a mosque-studded center of Islamic faith in the predominantly Roman Catholic Philippines, has been devastated by the siege by the militants who waved IS-style black flags and hung them on buildings they had occupied in Marawi's business district and outlying areas, according to the military. The insurrection prompted the military to launch a ground offensive and airstrikes, with the United States and Australia later backing the troops by deploying surveillance aircraft. Duterte declared martial law across the south, the homeland of minority Muslims and the scene of a decades-old separatist rebellion, to deal with the uprising and prevent other insurgents from waging attacks elsewhere and reinforcing the fighters in Marawi. The surprise occupation of the city and the involvement of foreign fighters set off alarms in Southeast Asia. Analysts said parts of the southern Philippines were at risk of becoming a new base for us as it lost territory to international forces in Iraq and Syria. Associated Press writer Teresa Serrajano in Manila contributed to this report.